Gundam.tk presents Master Grade Wing Gundam Zero Pearl Gloss version. Welcome back everybody, it's Robert184, 2 R's 2 B's from GundamReviews.net, and as first grade Exia comes in and says, wow, look at that Gundam of Gundams, yes, it's Wing Gundam Zero Master Grade 1/100th. I'm not reviewing the regular one though, it's the Pearl Gloss version, and that being the special part of this, let's take a look at these special plates and see how the colors are going to look and how we can foresee that affecting the overall look once it's all put together. Since special editions are all about the colors, let's start with that, and you can see the A plate there with 3 nice colors on there along with some clear parts for the sensor and the face. You're also going to have this somewhat translucent, the Pearl Gloss version there on a lot of the white plates, but you are still going to have a plain white plate to go along with the gray plates, which are a little bit more metallic looking than usual. And you're going to have some clear parts there for the base to go along with the clear beam sabers. And remember, you're getting more than one plate in these colors. Oftentimes with these multicolored A plates on special versions, they're actually going to be cut by Bandai as they spray them and get them ready. This time you've got the A plate intact, which certainly makes construction a little bit easier. You can see that the blue is nice and shiny. The yellow is certainly not a shiny gold. It's very much yellow, but maybe you can make out just that little bit of shine coming off the red pieces, and that's going to look really sharp when it's all put together. The B plate is going to be the Pearl Gloss one that we've seen a lot of. You've got quite a few more plates like that, and just to show you, this is the regular white in contrast, and you're going to see that you've got a little Hero Yui to go along with the parts for the head and most of the outer armor. The C1 and C2 plates are not 1.5 plates or anything like that. You can just see that they're half a plate, but this way you're going to be getting the parts you need for the left and white wings, and you can see that little bit of pearl effect there. Which up close, depending on the light, you should be getting just a little bit of a sparkle, and it really does look shiny and nice. Interesting shape here for the D plate, which is going to give you the rest of the blue that wasn't included on the A plate. I'd have to actually check out the manga version, well, which was just the version Katoki back in the day, to see what differences there were on this plate. Throughout this kit, it's interesting to look at the name bars here, because this, for example, on the E plate, the start of the inner frame, says version Katoki. The A plate actually had both on there. You can see that there were some add-on parts. So clearly these were being engineered within 6 months of each other, that Bandai never puts anything out without planning ahead the variations. But with these E and F plates, it's just nice to see that you are going to be getting a little bit of shine, even though it's not going to be all that visible under the armor. It just might show off a little bit more because of the pearl and the translucency of the white parts. The G1 and G2 plates were cut apart in production before being put in the box. The name bar on this one, Master Grade 1/100, the Wing Gundam Zero EW, so you can see that, of course, this wouldn't be on the version Katoki, and again, the more rounded the parts are, just again, the more rainbowy sort of mirror effect that you're going to get. With G2 being the last of the Pearl Gloss, and you can see some nice small little details there, including the all-important shoulders and these parts for the neck, and it's sort of cool that even the parts that are going to hold the wings together are a little bit pearl and glossy. The H plate is exclusive to the EW version, and you can see that this is going to give you all the binders to get those angel wings on. With the I also being exclusive to the EW, who can forget that twin buster rifle? And more so than the inner frame, this is going to be one of the ones where it's appreciated the extra effort that Bandai put into making these just that little bit more lustrous. But that's where the praising's going to end, because if they went to the trouble to make you 5 plates in the Pearl Gloss for the Pearl Gloss version, why would only this one here, I'm talking about the L plate, be in regular white? Because it's not just these parts are going to show through very visibly compared to the other feathers. You can see also these tips. Some of the parts like the manipulators, you don't really mind those being solid as opposed to translucent, but some of these other ones, I wonder how it's going to look to have the white up against the Pearl Gloss, and my guess is it's probably not that good, which is why you may be better off, well, going back in time and spending $8,000 on the other version. And that applies double for these K parts, which are first of all soft plastic, which is sort of interesting. You do have to put them on carefully to have the right one on the right side, as was pointed out, I think, during the World Cup, so I'll try to be a little bit more careful this time. But here you've got these clear wings that are just gorgeous and fantastic on this Pearl Gloss version, and then at the bottom, you're going to have very noticeable all white soft. On the other one, they were actually made out of clear parts, so it would have matched the whole rest of the Gundam. Again, this one just doesn't seem to stack up as well. Back to praising though for the J plate, whereas the regular Wing Gundam Zero is going to have a black action base, this one has a nice clear one, so of course you could interchange them between the two. PC-126 will wrap up the polycaps, and you've got Saber 4's SB4 here, which are great for a couple reasons. First of all, that trademark green is going to look great. The translucency is going to work even better with the Pearl Gloss version, and the fact that they've got that bend is just something that again makes them look uniquely wing-ish. To the stickers, where you can see that you're going to be getting the eyes and those all-important part to put under the clear part for the jewel in the chest, to go along with the scopes for the twin buster rifle and the other camera lenses. You're also going to be getting some decals here, which are looking pretty nice. These are dry transfers, so you should be able to get them on. Colony's Liberation Organization written all over the place. I don't know how well this would transfer and if the pearl gloss would actually affect that in any way. And down here for the marking seals, you've got lots of red, white, and gray, and they all look pretty cool. Is that Operation Meteor? Anyway, something I won't put on, but it's still cool for those of you that do. So that's going to wrap up my unboxing, and you can guess that I'm a little bit disappointed with some of the things, the main one being that white plate there to go along with the white feather tips. You can just imagine that on the other one, if you spent the extra money and went back and were able to find it collectible, that it just would be that much better to have the wings all in consistent colors. But then again, the red and the blue is looking very good, and on the other one, I'd say the gold is a little bit too strong as opposed to this one, which just has a nicer and more Gundam-appropriate color and sheen to it. I'm also a big fan of this clear base. I'd have to go check out the other one again to see if it has that, but it's certainly going to be a nice mix and match compared to the blue one. And it's great that they do give you the bonus of those silver parts, because inside the translucency, I wonder if that's going to show through. But then again, it may actually come across as being a little bit drab compared to some solid white when you're showing that much of the inner frame on the inside. So anyway, everybody, stay tuned for the next part where we can see everything about the Wing Gundam Zero. I can't wait to put it together, and I'd love to have them both beside each other, and maybe this one, you can also mix and match the parts, which is something I'm quite excited about. So if you don't like some of these plates and you do like other parts, perhaps you can make your own version if you've got a second one kicking around. Anyway, everybody, why don't you let me know what you think with a comment down below. Love to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching this Gundam of Gundams, Master Grade Wing Gundam Zero. See ya. Well, it may have its flaws, but at least it's not silver.